Sixers and Threads for the season, which I think are a close second to our Sixers Blacks from the 2001 season. I love these as well, especially with the light court they've got down there.
Yeah, I like Minnesota's when they went purple in honor of Prince. I thought that was pretty cool, too.
This is Pelle Larsson, right to the rack.
Yeah, and you can see how they pulled everyone outside of the lane, especially from that weak side. No help coming for PG as Larsson makes his way all the way to the cup.
BJ pulling up at the elbow.
We've seen that time and time again now in a short period of time as a rookie coming off that screen. Loves to operate at that elbow or in.
BJ had 13 points in Saturday's win in Charlotte. Davion Mitchell banks it in.
Yeah, I think right now the memo is just go right at Sixer defenders. Mitchell and Larsson both A to B right to the basket.
Again, second half of a back-to-back for the Heat. They were in Indianapolis last night, so we'll see if that starts to affect them in the second half. In the fourth quarter, Joel Embiid for three.
Again, another little two-man game. This time, VJ pulls the defenders with him, and then the kick out to Joel right at the top of the key area.
Wiggins spinning. That one is off. Tried to tap it in, couldn't get that one to go either. Barlow tracks down the rebounds.
Yes, standing. And a 4-point win over the Charlotte Hornets on Saturday night. He had an electrifying poster dunk in the fourth quarter. He drives and dishes to Paul George. George had it. Tyler Hero. Bisects the lane, pulls up, and hits.
And they need Tyler Hero to be aggressive. Whether it's two-man game with Bam Adebayo or going isolation, they need scoring tonight without Norman Powell.
Did have his second highest scoring game of the year last night, 31 points. Now here's a lost ball by Maxey, the save in by Andrew Wiggins. Miami loves to push it. In and out on the three, Tyler Hero. Adebayo defending. A little bump from Embiid, fades and hits.
Embiid is so skilled when he gets in that 15-foot range. He needs very little space to get the shot off.
36th game of the year for Embiid. On the move, Bam Adebayo draws the foul. The first on Embiid.
From everyone. Everyone has to do more. We have more deflections, steals, rebounds. This is the moment where we can keep hold of the rope or let go and fall down the mountain, guys.
Well, so far so good on the offensive end of the floor. Davion Mitchell scoring for the second time in the game. Knocking down Miami's first three.
Eric Spoelstra talked about no matter what it is, a missed shot, a turnover, they want to get out and run. They want to try to get the ball to the paint and play from there.
Drive and flush for Paul George. Miami up by 2, just over 3 minutes played. Bam for 3, and it's good.
So Bam Adebayo, in his first 9 seasons, 121 threes. That's his 122nd three of this season. So he's shooting the three a lot more.
And speaking of shooting a three, a response to Paul George for Philadelphia.
Paul George looks so much better since his 25-game absence.
Said he feels physically much better, moving more quickly. On the floor, Dominic Barlow after it was lost by Tyler Hero. Both teams checking the shot clock. Bam Adebayo in the paint, 5 to shoot. He hits again.
Bam has had a lot of success against Joel Embiid in the regular season.
Maxey on the drive and dish. 4 minutes gone by in the game. Miami at home in front by 4. Back down Embiid, deep in the paint to score.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of that from Embiid. I think he's mad that Adebayo's going back at him.
Quick attack off a made basket, drive and dish. Mitchell finds Andrew Wiggins for a 3 ball.
And that's what Spoelstra was talking about. No matter what, we want to start our offense from the paint.
Another back down here for Embiid, and down he goes. Whistle of top free throws this year, averaging approximately 9 attempts from the line.
In each of those games. And since his return, averaging 32 points a game in the last 2 games.
6 boards in both of those games. And now here's Miami, loose ball, tracked down. Wiggins got it. Now Wiggins defended by Barlow. Glancing at the other end of the floor to check the shot clock. Plenty of time for Davion Mitchell. Off the bounce, driving on Barlow, and Mitchell misses. A rebound for Paul George. To DJ Edgecombe.
Man, who brought up the trampoline? Edgecombe high above the rim.
The alley-oop finish. An electrifying player. DJ Edgecombe soars and scores off the alley-oop pass. And then a turnover force. They're in the open court. A long 3. Maxey in and out. Now Tyler Hero looks for 3. Missed it offline. Embiid the rebound. Embiid brings it up the floor. Edgecombe, a sensational finish a moment ago, but gives it up. Now Embiid over Mitchell, comes up short, looking to draw the foul. Hand off to Hero. Mini for Tyler Hero. Soft touch, it falls. Tyler Hero's second basket of the game. Adebayo leads Miami with 7. Embiid's got 9 early on. Edgecombe on the ball. Embiid for pick and pop 2.
Embiid looks a little tired. Miami should push the ball right now.
And they are. Larson finishes in transition.
Nick Nurse going to let them.
22 points for home game. That's first. Out of the timeout. Missed. And Bam Adebayo runs the floor and flushes. But Philadelphia's going to attack right back and score. Paul George.
Sustainable. Why can't they run all game? They're pushing on makes. They're pushing on misses. They have to find a way when things aren't going well to continue to do what their identity is with this season, which is play fast.
Number 1 in pace. After a 3-point play by Paul George, the lead for the Heat, 4 points. Hero up the baseline to score.
Yeah, a little Pinoy step on the baseline. Hero, highly skilled player.
Injuries have limited him to just 29 games as of tonight. Rebound for Ware off the missed 3-point shot by Edgecombe. Davion Mitchell attacking, drawing a lob. Ware is great at finishing alley-oop, but that was for any of those 3 individuals.
Feels like he's concerned more about getting them more minutes together than he is about overplaying them at this point in time in the season.
They do make some changes. Kelly Oubre Jr., Quentin Grimes both in. And Edgecombe from the corner. Drills the 3-pointer for Philly.
Miami was in that zone. They got blitzed by Indiana in the zone. They came out with it to no success on that one.
Miami lost last night at Indiana, 135-118. Hero, the step back, rattles home.
Hero has to be aggressive all night. It has to be more than just the first quarter.
To answer the other end, glancing off the iron, Paul George 3. Bam on the perimeter. Edgecombe picked him up. Touch pass by Mitchell. Jaime Jaquez Jr. is in the game. The top bench scorer in the league among 6-man eligible players, connects on a jumper along the baseline.
And really smart play. Get Embiid away from the basket.
Lead is 9. Close out to Edgecombe. Cross-court pass to Oubre from Paul George. 3-pointer no, and Ware the rebound. Dream start for Miami. Having lost 7 of 8, but up by 9 and a chance to push it to double digits. Just over 3 minutes left in the first quarter at home. They excel on back-to-backs. 11-4 on the second night. Giant killer in the lane. No good for Hero. Offensive rebound. Ware. Shot in the paint. That comes up short. Oh, and
Davion Mitchell just checked out. He was excellent. Let's see if Miami can keep that same pace with him on the bench.
Ware does stretch the floor and hits a 3-pointer.
Yeah, this is not uncommon for him to knock down 3 or 4 threes in a game.
37% on threes this year. And Miami's on a 9-love run right now. Paul George, he's the one who picked up the foul a moment ago. His first, he goes cross-court, Grimes.
His own defense has been good after that first possession for Miami.
Really not a great 3-point shooting team, 35% this year.
See how they're isolating Embiid away from the basket.
And then Hero drives on him. And a foul is called. James out due to that pinky injury and was ready to hit the ground running. He's let the game come to him so far tonight, just 5 points in the first quarter, but 26 points, 7 boards, 8 assists, and 43 minutes on Saturday night.
Yeah, basically Nick Nurse was like, every time I saw Tyrese Maxey, he was running up and down the stairs, up and down the court, playing guys one-on-one, shooting, like he was doing everything. So it's understandable that he comes back and looks this sharp.
Well, he's got 7, Embiid has 9, and Paul George has 11. Edgecombe with 9 as well. 12-1. Philadelphia run. Fontecchio over Grimes. Missed on a 3, and Quentin Grimes with a rebound.
I mean, once Spoelstra went to the bench here, this group is struggling to score.
Paul George is not struggling to score. 14 to lead all players tonight as he connects on another 3. 3 threes, 5 of 7 overall for Paul George. Jaquez to Fontecchio. 76ers go in front on the PG3. Jaquez to answer. Adem Bona in to start the second quarter, playing minutes at center and grabs the rebound. After connecting from the outside, Paul George into the paint. Late dish to Grimes. Grimes screens. Fontecchio on a switch. Low clock situation. A step back, a contested one. And Fontecchio the rebound. Fontecchio. Oh, ha! Well, where on the second opportunity flushes?
That's what I'm talking about. Little post up, around the paint, in the restricted area.
Ware is top 10 in the league in both dunks and second chance points. And speaking of dunks, there was a chance for Grimes, and he follows in his own miss.
Yeah, that is a tough putback for Grimes.
It's the first offensive rebound of the game for the 76ers. Ware just scored inside, shoots from the outside. Oubre the defensive rebound. In transition, slingshot across the court by Maxi to Grimes. To the right, Kelly Oubre, nice finish in the paint.
So this group right here was the group that had to play a ton, in addition to Maxi and George, but Grimes and Oubre and Bona all been playing really well.
Baseline jumper no good, Andrew Wiggins. Philadelphia has their biggest lead, 76ers. Can tack on 2 or 3 more to it. 5 made threes in the game for Philly. Overall, they're shooting 57% from the floor in the first quarter and change. Standstill 3 over Larson, missed by Maxi. 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. Here's a drive and a spin and a circus finish. Bam Adebayo's back in.
So one thing to note, like Miami went with a bunch of bench guys, right? And it's understandable. When you're on a back-to-back, you're trying to get as many guys in the game that can impact the game as you can, because you never know who's going to have it on that night. So it's understandable why Miami did it. It's just they just didn't play well when they were in there.
Strong move inside. It was missed by Oubre and all out for significant chunks of this month of March. Bona.
There's no one way to navigate an NBA season to have success in the postseason. You can be healthy. You can get a guy halfway through the season, whatever it is. But right now, it looks like Philly has a lot of things going well for them.
30 on 3. Goes to the free throw line and misses the first. Adebayo any differently since the 83-point game back on March the 10th against the Wizards. And he said no, he hasn't noticed much in the way of changes for how defenses are gearing to stop Adebayo, who, of course, got off to such a great start in that game. 31 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, he's scoring big numbers, but his efficiency is way down. That has to change for Miami.
Inside, Oubre misses it. Shibby, it moves back to him, and he misses another. It's just in too deep. Couldn't carve out enough space to finish. Quick attack, Miami, 3 ball. String music, Simone Fontecchio.
And as soon as they check in Davion Mitchell, the pace gets increased.
Longer defender, Wiggins on Tyrese Maxey. Swing it to Oubre, corner 3 missed. Fontecchio with it for Miami. And accelerating up ahead, it's Mitchell. Now Bam. Bona defending. Gonna back him down. A pump fake. Spun into traffic. Out to Fontecchio looking for another 3-pointer. Long rebound. Terrence to Bam Adebayo. Got in. Had a 1 of 2 on the line a moment ago. 7:33 left in the second quarter of what is the third and final regular season matchup between Philly and Breaker over the Hornets. This will decide the tiebreaker, Scal, because in November, Miami won at Philly 127-117 late February. Philadelphia beat Miami 124-117. So 1-1, even Steven going into the game.
Yeah, and you know, with Miami, you can't go to Indiana and lose that game. You got to.
69% this year, but misses on that one. Into the middle of the defense for a free throw line. Shea, good for Embiid.
So gets the zone. Embiid is great in the middle of the floor.
Wiggins ran it down along the baseline. Mitchell held out of the paint by Grimes on the drive. Pass to Fontecchio. Someone else, but a lost ball here by Mitchell. Miami, despite their pace, a low turnover team this year. 6th fewest in the league. Embiid blocked by Wiggins. Embiid got it back. Underneath, Dominic Barlow scored.
I love Dominic Barlow. The way he plays, he is so smart about playing off of the stars of Philadelphia.
His 2-way deal's been converted to a standard contract. Had a really nice season. Barlow averages 8 points, 5 rebounds, 24 minutes a game. 57 starts for Philly this year as well, Scout.
Yeah, I think he's been excellent, and he really fits that role.
Still a very young player, 22 years old. Time with the Spurs, time with the Hawks. 4th season in the league, and Philly has been a positive for him. Embiid draws another defender. Low clock, Quentin Grimes has to let it fly. He hits it.
And that all starts with Maxi's patience against the clock. He knows exactly how much 2 seconds in as he sprays that ball out.
Hero. Step back 3. And it's Tyrese Maxey. Grabs the rebound and will push the tempo. He's got Larson backing up. Heroes in the paint. Recovery by Andrew Wiggins. Miami in transition. Hero dribbles through. Larson from the corner. Oubre had it knocked away, but secures it.
That's the Embiid factor. Hero had a layup, but he didn't want to challenge Embiid at the basket. Oh, man.
Quick fadeaway from Maxey is on the money.
He is so tough.
And now the run is 9 straight. Looking for a run stopper. It's a corner jumper missed by Wiggins, but it's going to be tapped back to him. And he glides to the basket to score and stop Philly's run.
Yeah, excellent job by Pelle Larsson kicking that ball out on the back tap off the offensive board.
Embiid with 12 to shoot. Backing down over Wiggins. The shot rolls home.
It's amazing how he could be so physical and have such soft touch. Very Jokic-like.
13 in the game for Embiid. Paul George leads Philly with 14. Renowned 3, Pelle Larsson.
Miami's letting Joel Embiid off the hook on the defensive end. They were engaging him early. Now they're settling for long shots.
Meanwhile, on the other end, they engage Embiid on offense. And he goes to work inside. Arpaio's got 2 fouls. And another good. In that case, by the way, the foul's on Davion Mitchell. So Embiid's been assertive on offense here in the middle of the quarter. Low clock, steps to a double. Bases up, Embiid no good. Bam on a quick drive. Looking to create space, Embiid stayed down. Around the horn, show and go. Pelle Larsson against Edgecombe. Hero got away from Paul George. And zigzags through the lane to score. Well done.
Ridiculous skill set by Tyler Hero. Taking on 3 Philadelphia defenders.
A dozen in the game for Hero. How many points Adebayo has as well. Lead is 5 for Philadelphia. Edgecombe, one of the highlights of the night with an alley finish in the first quarter. Puts up a jumper. Good road team Philly this year. 20 wins. 16 losses away from Philly. Barlow defending. Adebayo gave it up. Hero's first drive attempt and second. Stopped by Quentin Grimes. Really moving his feet well. Good defense here by Grimes. Late shot clock. He has to put it up. No good. Offensive rebound. Mitchell pushed up. No good. Hawkins falls for Pelle Larsson. And on the doorstep, it takes a second try for Larsson to score.
Now, Miami's a team playing with that energy. And here comes another time for sure, and why not? They should be. They're playing as good a basketball as anybody in the league. And Wemby, if he's playing 30, 32 minutes, and he's out there not tired, man, I don't know a better player in the league right now. And I know there's a lot of talk about the MVP. To me, when I watch him play, he's my MVP.
Miami and Philly, both teams shooting in the 30s percentage-wise here in the second quarter. Pelle Larsson, open look from deep, no good. Maxey rebounds, had a chance to tie the game. Been an up and down first half for Miami, but they've got a chance to make up some ground here late in the first half. They get a stop with the fadeaway missed by Maxey.
Watch man right here, sprinting the floor. They got to attack Embiid.
Hawkins, deep into the paint. Last 90 seconds of the half. Davion Mitchell, probing, looking, driving, keeps a live dribble, finds Hawkins, challenged by Embiid and missed. When Embiid had a huge block in the corner on a shot like that by Brandon Miller with 7 seconds left in Saturday night's game.
Yeah, sealed the game. Great block by Embiid.
No block there, but a really good challenge on that three from Jaquez. There's a drive, a stutter step in the paint. Maxey gave it up. Paul George missed on the corner three. Pass ahead. Adebayo to Pelle Larsson. Nice finish.
Man, he just elevated from outside the paint. Not trying to Euro step around Embiid, going right over the top.
8 for him. Larsson averages 11 a game this year, 13 a game since the All-Star break. Now here's a quick spin move and finish with the left, Dominic Barlow.
Yeah, Embiid was at the top of the key, so if somebody else was going to play that middle, Barlow made an excellent move at the basket.
See if Miami can create the 2-for-1 here at the end of the quarter. They do. Another score. Pelle Larsson. That time from Jaquez.
Yeah, I like the way Miami responded since the timeout.
Stopping a score, and they can take the lead into the locker room at halftime. Difference is 5 seconds. Both teams have a foul to give here at the end of the quarter. Maxey surveys the scene. Drives, stops, dishes, Edgecombe. Low clock, off balance, and fouled in the
Defensive focus, fellas.
Well, Jordan, you had a great interview with Paul George at the end of the first half, and PG pointed out their tightening up transition defense-wise was a big component of the second quarter. So let's see how the chess match unfolds here in the second half with Philly starting out on offense. A passive Embiid to Barlow is broken up by Bam. And Adebayo drives and spins and draws a foul and will immediately head to the free throw line 23 seconds deep into the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Foul on Paul George, which is his third foul of the game.
Man, the other night against Indiana, could you just sub a guy out and say, if you're not going to run, we're not going to win, and I can't play you if you're not running. So it feels like they need that level of urgency, especially late in the year where these guys are all playing for something.
Foul change to Tyrese Maxey, by the way. So it's not 3 fouls on George. He's still on 2. Maxey leaves his feet. Went to Barlow, got it back. 3-pointer. Part of the way down, crawls out. Wiggins, the rebound. Mitchell sets up Hero. Early shot clock open. Green Barlow, defensive rebound.
And I should note, that Bam Adebayo cut opened up Tyler Hero. So that's a sacrificial cut by Adebayo. If you keep doing that, Miami will be fine.
Adebayo, free throws a moment ago, making it a 1-point game. Miami led by as many as 13 in the first half. Lost ball, and Embiid turns. Logo shot, has to put it up because of the clock. It's way off target, and a shot clock
Turned up just a bit.
this year. Philadelphia 5th fewest turnovers per game. Pocket pass a little wide. Adebayo comes away with it. Davion Mitchell turns the corner and scores on the float.
Davion Mitchell, a little bit banged up. He's limping right now.
Favoring his left leg coming up the floor.
Big key to this team.
Mitchell on the perimeter was matched up against Embiid. Tyrese Maxey drives, pulls up. Rebound, Bam Adebayo. His 8th. Leads the Heat and rebounding tonight. Now a deep 3 from Bam. Barlow a rebound for Philly. Oubre their top rebounder tonight with 5. Edgecombe against Hero. Turnaround shot splashes in.
That's tough. Turn that ISO into a back down. Turn the back down into a sweet fadeaway jumper.
Paul George crowds Wiggins. Shot clock at 10. Hero drives on Edgecombe, pulls up, draws a foul, scores the basket. Now comes in.
And Jaquez likes to push it. It's the other guys. Is Tyler Hero going to push it? Is Bam and Pelle Larsson going to push it? Someone else has to play with pace if Davion Mitchell's on the bench.
Embiid face up. Mid-range jumper, no good. Miami in front by a point. Filling a vacated area. Hero, drive, cut it, basket, two.
That is excellent offense. That is going to be on the Heat highlight film this season.
And Adebayo with the basket now leads Miami with 16. Jaquez defending point of attack. Maxey sidesteps to close out. Gave it up to Paul George. George knocked down 3 threes in the first half. Now he's 3 of 8 from deep in this game. And a pass intended.
Because they want to have a higher level of offensive efficiency. said last year they ran into a buzzsaw when they played
The third. Part of that Noah LaRoche offense. They don't generate many shot attempts on pick and roll, Scout.
No, a lot of drives.
And here's the drive by Hawkes and a block and a save. Balls for Larson. 13, the most in the league is Charlotte, taking 25 shots a game. That gives you an idea of how big the gap is.
With the backfill, or the baseline cutter, or the drift guy.
Pelle Larsson, 1 out of 2 on the line. He's one of 3 players from Miami in double figures. Bam has 16, Hero 14, Pelle Larsson with the start and 11. Embiid will fling a 3 in and out.
A lot of these shots going in and out from Philly.
Miami, another attack here by Hawkes as he goes downhill. And then Edgecombe pokes it away and it's picked up. Maxey, one-man fast break.
Oh, man, I would always just say, if I was fast, that's all I want to be. All I want to be is fast. I don't care about flying. I don't care about strength. I just want to be fast.
He's a league in steals, 12th in assists as well.
Yeah.
This dude is averaging 29 points, nearly 7 dimes, 2 steals a game.
And he pretty much leads all transition and fast break numbers as well.
351 fast break points this year. Down goes Hero, lost ball on the floor.
You get to watch him play on a nightly basis. And loves to play basketball.
Cut to the basket. Pelle Larsson elevates and detonates.
And loving the cutting right now by Miami. Doing more than just standing around watching guys go to the basket.
Going down the lane, and B trying to draw a foul. He hits the deck. It's 5v4 right now for Miami. It's an attack by Hawkes. A lead underneath. Unselfish play. Adebayo drops it off, and it's a basket for Wiggins.
And Nick Nurse just chilling on the sideline. Letting Philadelphia figure this thing out. Only down by 6.
13-4 in the third quarter so far for Miami. Attack Paul George, deflection Andrew Wiggins. Barlow trying to keep it alive, but it's claimed by Miami. Just over 5 minutes played in the quarter. Hero bluffs the outside shot. Finds Wiggins. Hoisting a 3 and hit it. Now, he's not chilling anymore. Nick Nurse again.
Well, I mean, the first quarter was good as well. As they start out in a 2-2-1 press and create a turnover.
And a big miscue out of a timeout taken by Nick Nurse and the 76ers.
Yeah, and so right now they're doing a lot of good things well. Let's be honest.
And they've maintained that energy even though Davion Mitchell went out. He's favoring his left leg. Hawkes came in.
Officials second and third time told him to stop. By the time he said it the fourth.
Competitive. You can get yourself lost in the competitive side of this game, but you know, that's cool that he kind of owned it.
The Rookie of the Year race is Cooper Flagg and Con Knippel by most accounts, but VJ's had an outstanding season.
Outstanding, yeah. I mean, at the beginning of the year, he was the talk of the town. But, you know, it's a long season. Those other 2 guys have been, they've just been so consistent.
Embiid lets it fly, hits in the free throw line.
That's the first time Embiid got back to that free throw line and went to work. He had been floating out on the perimeter.
Prior to that hoop by Joel Embiid, it was a 10-love run by Miami. Action on the perimeter here between Adebayo and Hero, and a defensive play. Hero looking for a cutter and impeding movement.
To any player in the league.
Did the broadcasting thing for a while as well.
Yeah.
Larsson on the free throw line. He had a good game against Indiana last night, 7 out of 11, but it was a game that might in the season series this year. Philly has a win, Miami has a win, so this is the rubber match for the tiebreaker tonight. Obviously a game of immense importance in the Eastern Conference playoff play-in picture.
And that's all we want, right? When Adam Silver decided to do the play-in, we want meaningful games late. And these games right now are super meaningful.
Quentin Grimes from the perimeter connects on a 3.
Only a matter of time before Philly figured it out. They got a lot of good shots that they missed early in the third.
Quiet game. Grimes has 5, averages 14. Hawkes with contact from Edgecombe. Edgecombe goes down. Larsson tips in the miss. Now with 5 minutes left in the third, it's a double-figure lead again for Miami. A boomerang back to Oubre. Now he'll take it inside and misses again. All right,
they got numbers.
Baseline. Hero got it.
Yeah, it beats down, so they're going to get a good shot right here.
5v4. The shot is a 3 from Wiggins. No body on Bam Adebayo for a putback. Tipped home by Hawkes.
They are working every... He's got 19 points and only 6 shots. He's 10 of 11 from the line.
Drive Paul George. Fade away from the elbow, no. Kept alive by Oubre. But then Adebayo with the rebound. Outlet to Hero. Attacks Quentin Grimes. Swing pass, Jaquez. Khalil Ware misses on a three. Rebound, pinballs on the offside. And it's out of... And a change of call there. Back to the 76ers. Trailed by 15. This is Miami's biggest lead. They were up by 13 in the first quarter tonight. That's a distant memory. But they have been great here in the third quarter. Drive, finish, Oubre.
And even that possession, defensively, they were communicating. And that was a really good defensive possession. Just a better shot by Oubre.
Oubre came back Saturday after missing the previous 8 games. Had a left elbow injury. Bam for 3. Playing 2 bigs right now. Ware trying to secure the rebound, but couldn't. Just over 2 left in the third, and Maxey forces the issue. Standings implications as we wind down in the final 2 weeks of the season. Oh, what a start to the quarter.
Players are so smart defensively. They know how to exploit when you're out of position. Come on.
A 3 for Tyrese Maxey, no good. Davion Mitchell up ahead to Hero. Mitchell follows it up and scores on a floater in the paint.
Yeah, I like the energy that Davion Mitchell has been playing with throughout this game.
4 out of 5 from the floor. 9 points, 5 boards, 5 dimes. Davion Mitchell.
Oh, tough.
Maxey saw a gap, drive, dishes. Paul George, corner 3, no good. Offside offensive rebound. Quentin Grimes. 14 on the reset, now down to 6. Facing up Paul George, and he hits it.
Man, he's going to make that shot like 8 out of 10 times. He saw the smaller defender on him, just rised up right over the top.
Quick drive, block, Bona against Tyler Hero. Paul George, 19 points in the game after that basket last time down the floor. 4-point game again, and a foul on the drive inside by points. They have 2 so far in the fourth. As we're early in this quarter, Maxey on the line. In partnership with the NBA and the Experiences for Autistic Individuals and their families. Go to Sotheby's.com/ToTheMax Foundation to learn more.
Everybody can reach the ball.
And in this case, Bam Adebayo reaches the ball on the jump ball in center court. Here's Jaquez. Disrupted on the dribble. Finds Hero. Slipping the screen with Jaquez. Drive and pull up for the elbow. It's good for Tyler Hero.
That silky smooth little pull-up jumper at the elbow. Fundamentals.
Another basket for Hero. And now it's a Dembele inside. Chance to score. To add to the other things that he's done that have been important to the cause here for Philadelphia. Late third, early fourth, but he missed it deep. Seven to shoot. Mitchell having a really nice game tonight. He misses. Comes up short. It did draw iron. Jaquez got it back. Still plenty of time. Jaquez, who had the initial offensive rebound, puts up the 3. George has it. Tonight for Jaquez. 3 of 10, 8 points, but helping out with 5 boards and 4 dimes. Deflection, Hero picked it back up for Miami. Under 9 to play in the game. Miami leading it by 4. And now a drive by Hero. Off the glass and a score for Tyler Hero.
Some guys, it doesn't matter. You could go the wrong side. The offense could not work. Some guys could just get buckets.
He had 31 last night. Now up to 22 tonight. Last night, Hero's second highest scoring game of the year. For 3, Kelly Oubre with a big answer. Cuts the lead in half.
Huge answer. Love to break 3. You got to load up on Tyrese Maxey. He's seeing bodies. Oubre has to knock down that shot to create some space.
And Oubre at that basket now has 11. It's Bam inside. He takes a tumble as he missed the shot. Philadelphia hits the other way. And a pull-up long 3. Oh, Tyrese Maxey no good as he tried to tie it. An ambitious attempt by Maxey, and then a drive, coast to coast. Jaquez.
That's what I like about Jaime Jaquez. He can play through people's space. He can own his line and get to the rim.
Into double figures. Fifth player for Miami with 10 plus tonight. In a pocket of space, Oubre around and out.
Miami should continue to push the ball right now.
Teams don't expect you to run in the fourth
They
quarter.
should.
Keep pushing it.
Right now would have been a great time to run.
Mitchell sees a gap to drive. Got Maxey off his feet, but gave it up. A three for Bam on a bio and in and out. Battling after it better tonight. And his pregame supposition has proved to be correct. They have been better defensively tonight.
Yeah, and they're just playing winning basketball. They're playing energy like they want to win. Like this is a meaningful game. It's very different than what we saw these last 8.
Embiid is back, operating in the middle of the Miami defense. Philly just called a timeout, and they go to Embiid out of the timeout, and he shoots over Pella Larson and scores.
I was wondering what they were going to do with Embiid. Bona was excellent, and Embiid now is fresh for the last 7 minutes of this fourth quarter.
Bear in mind that Philly was down 15 in the third quarter tonight. They were down 15 in the third quarter on Saturday night in Charlotte and won the game. And they closed the gap again, trying to extend the lead back to a half dozen. A missed three by Jaime Jaquez Jr.
And keep an eye on that. Let's see if Miami continues to attack the paint.
Oh, and shot out of the cannon on the baseline drive, right up to the cup, Quentin Grimes.
Now, we talked about Miami's defense. Yes, it has been better. But is it a fabric of who you are? When you need to get a stop, let's see if they can get stops.
Mitchell to Bam Adebayo. And he draws a foul. Initial pump fake. Then got Embiid off his feet, put up the attempt, and will go to the free throw. His 12th and 13th free throw attempts of the game.
The ball, you're not getting easy baskets. One way or another, your star players have to deliver in the fourth.
Adebayo averages 20 points and 10 rebounds. He has 21 and 12 tonight. That's still a half quarter of action to go. Embiid quickly puts the shot up as he caught it.
Making sure everyone's involved, but I want to make sure I hold on to that play in the fourth quarter if I need it.
Timeout now, Miami. He's made a difficult finish off the window in this fourth quarter, but missed there. Embiid nodding in the direction of Tyrese Maxey. Two-man game for the lead. Tyrese Maxey, deep three from Hialeah.
Maxey saw Larson go underneath and just pulls up, playing with the utmost confidence.
First lead for Philadelphia since 63-62. Here's Adebayo. Embiid hit the deck. Offensive rebound, missed three. Davion Mitchell, steal. Wiggins for three at the time. Tyler Hero, no.
There's Miami unraveling on offense. Very similar to what they did last night against Indy.
And now a gap to drive. Maxey, difficult shot. Overshoots the iron. Pella Larson with it.
They should be pushing the ball right now.
Mitchell on the attack. The presence of Embiid deters him from a shot in the paint. Now they'll give it another go on a three-pointer. He's missed two in a row. Offensive rebound, no. Maxey, quicker to the ball than Wiggins. And then Maxey, one-man fast break, misses the shot. Wiggins keeps it in play. Miami a trip to potentially tie or pull it within one. And a pass to the 10-2 run right now by Philly. Maxey, a three a moment ago, and he puts in another one, but wave it off. Offensive foul.
So if Miami can go on a run here, Philly will have to figure this thing out on the fly.
Miami 4 minutes without a made field goal. Can someone deliver for them? And it's a steal. It's good. Snuck out behind Tyler Hero and took it away. Miami got back. They deterred Kelly Oubre from attacking. Now in the middle of the floor, Embiid pumped away by Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins beats everyone down the floor, and then they call it goaltend. Embiid scored a basket.
A lot of bodies flying off.
Town and hits.
And blows quick kisses to the crowd.
Back up to 4, the lead for the 76ers. And the Larson, no good. But Bam Adebayo with the putback jam.
What an answer.
Under 3 to go, 2-point game.
Embiid is not in the middle of the floor against his zone.
Last time from the spot he's standing right now, he drilled a three. Jaquez defending. Milking the clock down to 4. 20-footer doesn't get the bounce. Miami can tie or take the lead. Running to the wing for a three. Tyler Hero.
Remember, no timeouts for Philly. Great decision to push the basketball by Larson. Hero's great in those transition threes.
Philadelphia only 1 timeout left for the rest of the game. Retaking the lead, Miami at 108-107.
They don't want to use it. Coaches like to hold on to those timeouts.
Maxey for the answer. No. Long rebound. Jaquez has it. They pushed last time. And they push this time from way outside. Hero!
Nick Nurse having these guys figure it out on the fly. Huge back-to-back threes for Hero.
8-0 Miami run. He can get buckets and has delivered 2 huge threes. Rebound Larson. Missed by Embiid. Adebayo's got it now. Tyler Hero was 1 of 8 on threes before. He's drilled the last 2. Up to 28 points in the game. Spin dribble. Oh, opens up in the last second for Jaquez. How it goes down for 7, 8, 9, 10. Where will Philly go out of the timeout? They're down by 6. They just used their last timeout. A block 3, Hero! It's not just about offense. He makes a defensive play in the corner.
And great save by Wiggins.
Now it's Jaquez. A switch, Paul George. A drive by Jaquez. Larson, show and go, stops in the paint. He's had a fine night tonight and just added 2 more. 1 kiss is all it takes for a 12-0 Miami run. Into the last minute. Here's Edgecombe with the 3, and it's good. And there's a foul off the ball. Fakes the pass, runner in the lane, an exclamation point on what he and the Miami Heat have done down the stretch. Fumbled here by Edgecombe. Philly's out of timeouts. It's a 14-0 Miami run to the basket. Embiid lays it in at 33.7.
Smart play, not the foul.
Now the head to Bam Adebayo is teetering on the brink for Miami. I know 107-103 doesn't sound like it's teetering on the brink, but think about back-to-back mindset of the team having lost 7 out of 8. And then not just Tyler Hero, but obviously he was the biggest reference point in a 14-0 game-changing run. And Miami is going to win their 40th game of the year against 36 losses. Philly now 41-34. They're 2 games apart in the loss column. Note this, however,